do some audio editing using iMovie. So I'm going to show you. I got to click on the big plus sign, create a new movie. And so as you can see, first I need some media. I can drag and drop what I want. I'm going to click on the big arrow, and then I'm going to go to the directory that I want. So I've clearly labeled my clips here. I'm going to import them. And there you can see what is in my, in my film. Now I want this to go on social media, so there's a limit of 1 minute for social media, and I don't want this to, he goes on a little bit. I want to edit it. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to right click, or you could go to modify at the top. I'm going to right click and go to detach audio. And you can see it's removed the audio from this video, and it's given me a second green bar, which is the audio for my clip.
Getting them four together, as you tell.
So I wanna edit this because there's a part in the middle I don't want to include. Just got to play it to find the part.
He was missing his shot, and he was letting his hand go a little bit, and I just said, you gotta follow through on the shot.
So here I want the split here. So I'm going to put my cursor here. You can see there's a right line. I'm going to right click, split clip. I'm going to right click on the sound, split the clip. And now I have two separate clips with a clean break. And I got to find out where I want to resume it.
When you score, when they come back, they're going to go.
So I think it's around here I want it.
Or when they come back.
Just find the... Okay, here's where I want to split it again. So I'm going to right click, split clip, right click, split clip. And so now I have what needs to go. So I'm just going to delete this. Now I have a short enough clip, but you would see the cut if I were to just play this. So I'm going to hide it. And I'm going to take this... here I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to, remember Control Z is your friend. So I'm going to hit Control Z. I'm going to take my huddle, and I'm going to, footage of my huddle, and I'm going to put that in there. Now, there's some sound from the huddle. I don't want that to interfere with the audio of the interview, so I'm going to click on the little speaker and mute it. And then, so I'm going to, use that huddle to smooth over the break, and you won't be able to tell. So I'm going to, shrink it in a little bit on this side, and then a little bit on the, I'm gonna
and see if you can't get the ball out of his hands. And he did it. And it was a great steal. And he went down, scored on the same play.
Okay, so that was a little not my editing was not as smooth as it could have been. I was just using the drag and drop feature to make sure that things were lining up correctly, and it kind of is a little bit magnetic in terms of how the drag and drop works. If I was able to get it both to end at the same time, and so if we watch the preview,
he was missing his shot, and he was letting his hand go a little bit, and I just said, you gotta follow through on the shot. When you score, when they come back, they're going to go to Carl. Come back and strip him. You can come back and strip him in this situation. You know the play. You know what they're going to do. They're going to cross pick, and Hornacek's going to set it and see if you can't get the ball out of his hands. And he did it.
All right, so I think you know what would even enhance this if you didn't see this game is if you had some clips of him doing this. So again, I'm going to split this here. I'm going to split the video. And I'm going to split it again where, you know, here. And what I actually want is I'm going to insert a clip of the defense. And again, there's some play-by-play announcements, so I click on that, and I'm going to drag this so that it's the second angle of the two in the game footage. And then I'm going to add his last shot. And I just drag and drop and put it in there. If you hold it directly over something, it'll replace it. If you hold it just next, it will insert it. There's some play-by-play announcement. I gotta mute this play-by-play announcement because we're focusing on the interview. And you know, I don't have time to play all of it. So I gotta edit it a little bit. You know, I'll have to start midway through just because, you know, I have to fit it all in. I'll close this a little bit so that, you know, I'll drag it, and so I want to again end it all on the same time. And you're just fine-tuning things. And okay, so now I think I've got what works for me. And you can sort of feel the little clicks, the magnetic clicks, as it sort of locks it into the end. So by the time we get to the end, even though we've spliced the interview up, it should still be work with the audio. So here's how the second part will look if I'm previewing it. So we start off with the natural sound break.
Strip him in this situation. You know the play. You know what they're going to do. They're going to cross pick, and Hornacek's going to set it and see if you can't get the ball out of his hands. And he did it. And it was a great steal. And he went down and scored on the same play. But this time he took a jump shot. And that sequence was the culmination of, you know, minds that were working together.
Okay, so now that's, you know, if I were doing it again, I'd do maybe a couple of seconds difference, but that's the idea of how to put a natural sound break in. We have a natural sound break here, and we have some B-roll footage here. The interview continues the whole time, but we've used some of our media to make it, you know, a little fancier. So I'm going to close it, and now here is, you know, just, you know, give it a name, Phil Jackson interview. And now it's, you know, I can go 3 dots, share the project, and send that in.